just a little bit. Or turn myself up. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. um, this game is a dating sim. It's the Big Bad Dating Sim, in case you didn't know. But yeah, this is my first time ever playing this. Looks like we've got some interesting characters, a fantastic soundtrack. And let's get started.
Welcome to the Villain Conference.
Okay, click anywhere on the screen except the quick menu buttons to embed the story. Alternatively, you can press spacebar. Alright. We are a first-time visitor.
Feel free to ask me anything.
You said feel free to ask me anything. Okay. Dignified woman. Okay. Excuse me for the Ooh, should I try voices? Excuse me for the interruption, but I believe I was given the wrong badge.
Just a moment.
Just a moment, ma'am. I'm currently serving another customer. Preposterous. I'll have you know that I am a VIP guest. Haven't you heard of the Mizard family? No, I'm not going to do voices. That's a little rough. The skeleton turns to address you, looking distressed.
Sorry.
He said, I'm sorry, but I need to help Lady Mizard. Could you go get your picture taken while I'm busy? You'll need it for your badge. You nod and make your way towards the nearby photographing studio. Do we get to create an avatar? Oh my gosh, this is going to be the best thing ever if we get to create an avatar. Oh, we sure do. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with this body shape. I like this face shape. And for skin color, we're going to go with something... let's go with something a little tanned. Eyes. Okay. Or should we go for... Let's go for something a little bit more interesting. Let's go with a blue body. I like this. So our eye color is going to be purple, like a nice dark purple. Our lip color is going to be a maroon. Let's see. Does that look better? It'll look better when we change the clothes, I promise. Okay, and then our facial hair color, we don't have any facial hair, so I don't think we have to worry about that. All right, hair. No, that does not look good. Because I want to kind of stay in the reddish tones for this character. Oh, I'm going to spend way too much time on this. Let's go back to the eyes. Now that we've got different hair. Well, I don't want our eyes to be closed all the time. Maybe we're tired. This just looks weird with that mouth. Can we change the mouth? Oh, God, no, that's not how I want our photo to look. Ooh, but we have fun accessories like horns and stuff. Let's take a choker. And... a singular horn? No. 2 horns. That means we need a different hairstyle to play nicely with that. That just looks weird. Oh, I've got it. Okay, we're gonna go fair skinned. Bright pink eyes. We are gonna use those eyes. See, we are gonna use that hair for outfits. these faces just don't seem to like I feel like the face should be angled a little bit more this way, like looking up almost. We'll try for, I think this is an organic looking shape. I'm still stuck on the eyes. It's the mouth. It really is the mouth. Oh. I'm not the smartest. We'll go for some elf looking ears. What kind of nose do we have here? Let's go for, I think less detail is gonna be more here. And for the mouth, for the lip color, something bright pink. For our eyebrows, what does this look like? Oh, you can't even see the third eyebrow. Okay. I'll do something a little bit thicker. And our facial hair has to match our actual hair. Don't want any interesting facial hair. Let's go back to the outfits. Let's see. Oh, I kind of like that. We can have a jacket. We'll go with the... Yeah, this is the move. Okay. Or is this the move? Sorry, this. Is that too much pink? It's the eyes again. The eyes got me. Okay, let's try these eyes. Okay, it's looks a little bit derpy. I think that's just, again, because of the face shape and the face angle. But this is our avatar. We're gonna call her Lynn.
Looking good.
Looking good. Sorry for the interruption earlier. The Maysards are a powerful family. Next, we'll need some background information. Forms can be fun if you have the right mindset. Here, I'll help you. Fill in your name, please. It is Lynn. What are your pronouns? They're gonna be she, her.
Next question.
How old are we? We'll say we're 22. What is our job title? Overlord, secret operative, necromancer, criminal mastermind, demigod, serial killer, mutant, or it's complicated. Kinda wanna go with necromancer. Just because that seems a little out of touch with the pink, and that kind of, yeah, necromancer. What is our greatest achievement? We created the plague.
And next.
Do you have any special diet requirements? We are lactose intolerant. We have almond milk shake. What if I'm allergic to almonds and lactose intolerant? Then what?
Next question.
Alright, only a couple of questions left. What inspires your evil deeds? Chaos is my cat. Yep, definitely my cat. Where is my cat? He's not under my desk. Anyways, next we have some terms you need to agree to. I hereby assure I am evil and I vow to cause inconvenience and suffering upon those that are good. Oh. That was an accident, but it was still funny. He said saying no isn't really an option. But yes, one last term before we're done. By attending the villain conference, you agree to subscribe to the Very Evil Villain newsletter. And that's it. Oh, sorry, we can't go to the conference. Spent all that time making a character. Alright, here's our brand new badge.
Time at the villain conference.
Alright, one more thing. If you see a star icon, it means that choice is important or will unlock new conversation topics. Okay. Here's our little thingy, our badge for Villain Conference. Explore the conference by visiting different locations. Simply click a location to go there. Okay. How do I go back? Oh, that wasn't it. Hello? Oops, I shouldn't have pressed a button.
Excuse me, but have you seen my mother?
Okay, nice lady. What is your mother's name? Oh, never mind, she's one of the Maysards. You don't look like a villain.
I'm Rose Massard, Crown Princess of Misophonia.
So, your mother is the queen? You're my mother's work associate, so you can address me casually. But yes, mother is the queen. She's not my birth mother. When my father died, I was too young to rule, so she inherited the crown.
Excuse me.
She doesn't have a badge, so she'll be asked to leave. Tell my mother I came by if you see her.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Good luck with your quest to eradicate villainy. It's very noble. I'm not sure that's my quest. But, yeah, what does she think we do here? I find her remark insulting towards our attendees, but she is a princess. Okay. I can't tell. So this whole thing must be conference room 1. But we've got, it looks like the entrance. The entrance, a little stand, a stage. I have no clue what that is. Some sort of exhibit. Pillars. A warehouse, and a dining table. Let's go with this little stand over here. Oh, it's a flower stand. Someone must be wearing really aggressive floral cologne. You are surrounded by true villains after all. And is there a deed more evil than spraying yourself with strong perfume when going to a public place? No, I didn't think so. Before you managed to invent an intricate punishment system for such occasions, you noticed a flower stand in front of you. It seems to be empty, but when you step closer, you noticed a slight rustling behind the red tulips. I'm no flower expert, but I don't see red tulips. Anyways, I could be wrong here. Oh, hello. To your surprise, it is not an adorable flower shop lady that finally emerges from behind the perky leaves. A wave of luscious hair swings in front of your eyes, revealing a handsome, delicate face. Ooh, we have a phone. Okay. No images. Not official. They'll send us helpful tips during the event. Okay, so once you find out who their contact details are, they may send you messages. Sounds good. Ooh, let's go with this wallpaper. Okay. Okay, so it sounds like we need to start getting to know people, so let's ask who this person is. Hi! You glance at their badge but can't read the name. It's stained with a red blob. Probably ketchup.
Felix von Gloomheart. Delighted to make your acquaintance.
And you are? My name is Lynn. I'm a necromancer. You said your name was Von Gloomheart?
Indeed.
That sounds emo. Sounds emo, like a name I would have chosen for myself as a teenager.
Excuse me?
I think we may have offended him a little bit. But he did choose the name, so he's asking for it. Pretty dramatic choice now that I think of it. Chose it around the 12th century during his Gothic phase. Oh, he's got little teefies. He must be a vampire of some sort. Yeah, I had a goth phase too. I could probably still sing along to the entire discography of the Sisters of Mercy. Never listened to the Sisters of Mercy, but I know my mom recently went to go see them. So, yeah. I was referencing the Gothic phase and architecture. You know, stained glass floor plan shaped like a cross. Oh, I should have paid more attention in history classes. I'm sorry I didn't get your joke. It's pretty funny in retrospect. It is okay. I find jesting a truly fascinating craft and a bit troublesome too. 2,000 years and I still fail to understand most jokes myself. Okay, job, conference, or leave. I don't know what these... I see the star, but I don't know what the clock means. Let's check out job. Reluctantly and with difficulty, you manage to look away from Felix's hypnotizing eyes. You notice all different kinds of flowers tucked neatly under rows of buckets behind his back. Freya's, sunflowers, tulips. They all look flourishing, but there's one that seems to be thriving exceptionally well under Felix's graceful hands. He notices your look and touches the black petals tenderly with just the tips of his fingers. Black roses. They smell like the cemetery. They are considered to be the flowers of death, which is precisely the reason why I cherish them so dearly. Sure. Are you the villain conference florist? You could say so. That doesn't sound like a very evil job. Are you sure you're in the right place?
Oh dear.
Behold your judgment. I do not just sell your ordinary cheerful sunflowers here. I compose bouquets that carry a message of your choice. And believe me, some message requests get very evil. Alright, does every flower mean something? Does every flower have its own meaning?
Indeed.
Sometimes even more than one. Although the real magic begins when you combine a number of flowers, creating a completely unique meaning with the whole bouquet. For instance, let's take my beloved black roses. His slender hand reaches for the flower and briskly pulls it out of a vase. All you notice is the blink of a gold signet? I never know how to pronounce that word. Ring adorning his long finger. I just want to say that this wording implies that he only has one finger, when we can very clearly see he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fingers. Hey, wait. Anyways. Oh, I see the ring down here. You said they remind you of cemeteries, and indeed they are primarily used as gravesite decoration. You must have asked yourself this question many times. Can I only offer chrysanthemums to someone who's already dead? I've literally never asked myself. I bet you've wondered whether death is the only meaning they can convey. Not really, but worry not, the answer is here. If you combine a black rose with another flower, say, one that symbolizes faithfulness, and a forget-me-not or two, does it mean you want to end the relationship? The opposite. It means you don't want your loved one to forget you even after you die. But of course, you can also send breakup bouquets, death threats as well, if mailing dead animals to your enemies gets too inconvenient. So if someone gets under my skin and I want to warn them in a very flowery way, I should hit you up?
Precisely.
You let yourself fantasize about all the creatures you'd want to get an evil bouquet to. Bouquet. One may also order bouquets of a slightly less evil manner. Confessions of undying love. Apologies for snitching on a past partner in crime. Congratulations on spawning an evil offspring. No offense, but I can't imagine you're able to communicate all that with just a bunch of flowers slapped together. I am not surprised by your skepticism, Lynn. Allow me to prove you wrong and illustrate it with an example. Shall we examine the list of orders I have received today? Oh god. Oh no. Okay. Alright, so first read the request. As you know, that kind of loyalty is rare among villains. So the request is make a bouquet for a dear friend. Find suitable flowers from the book. Uh, 3. Drag 5 flowers from the shelf onto the table. Wrapping paper and decorational plants are optional, and when you're done, click ready. Okay. First, I shall read the client's request. Listen closely.
And
The first bouquet is for the client's dearest friend. Apparently, they've worked together for years, thieving and murdering, and yet they have not betrayed another. As you know, that kind of loyalty is rare among villains. Truly a marvelous display of trust and friendship. Okay. Your task is to create a bouquet that fits the request as closely as possible. Consort the Floriographical Encyclopedia to learn about the meanings of each flower and choose suitable flowers for your bouquet. Drag the flowers from the shelf onto the table. Note that you can find more flowers using the tabs next to the lower shelf. Or the flower shelf. Oh no. The first and second shelves are the most important because they have all the flowers you need to create your bouquets. The third shelf has decorational plants and wrapping paper, which you can use to add final touches to the bouquet. Is that it? Okay. Okay, so this all rune up here means hate. This cactus means pain. I've never been injured by a cactus. I've learned now that while those who usually speak, those who speak about one's miseries usually hurt. Those who keep silence hurt more. Oh. I could easily forgive his pride if he had not mortified mine. A chrysanthemum by any name would be easier to spell. Okay. So, white chrysanthemums mean loyalty and truth. So we're gonna pick a white chrysanthemum. Make that one. Okay. Corpse flower. Oof. Okay, daffodils mean misfortune or happiness and rebirth. Forget-me-nots mean don't forget me. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Are we there yet? We're here, right? Yeah, the lilies. Okay. Lily of the valleys are toxic. Cat-like gracefulness, attention, medicine or poison. Peonies are shame and bashfulness. Roses. Yellow roses are friendship. So let's give him a yellow rose. Sages are healing and knowledge. He who fights too long against dragons becomes a dragon himself. Both love and hate can burn as bright as the fiery depths of hell. Life after death. Okay. Alright, so that's all of our flowers. If the friend is really dear, then we can give them a pink tulip to symbolize soulmates. Okay, less romantic flower. Okay, so he's gonna help us here. Okay. Maybe a Hellfire Sunflower? Does he have anything to say about that? No? Gonna add another yellow rose. I wish him wealth and prosperity, so it's gonna be a pink lily. Right? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. And then 3. What does this do? Okay, hold on. White chrysanthemum, yellow rose, hellfire sunflower, yellow rose, pink lily. Okay. So we can add extra plants. Let's add... No, that's too dark. But it needs something. There we go, that's it. Okay. And then for the wrapping... I think this wrapping would look good with it. Yeah. Okay, we're ready.
Very good.
Even though this bouquet is not perfect, it fits the request very well. Great work. Okay. Was it the Hellfire Sunflower?
And the next bouquet.
Client states that she ought to burn in hell for eternity. Okay, so we're gonna need Alrune. Is it gonna do that the whole time? Yellow Carnation. Corpse Flower. Daffodil. Let's do a Lily of the Valley. Burn in Hell. Okay, hold on. That's here. Okay, let's see. What were the... Maybe we can do without the Lily of the Valley and do 2 sunflowers. And then we'll do... Oops, what was that? It was the Lily of the Valley, right? Okay, we want the Lily of the Valley over here. There we go, that looks better. Okay. Maybe instead of the Lily of the Valley, we'll do a black rose. I think that, yeah. Okay. And then for wrapping paper, or sorry, for extra flowers, we'll do these guys. And for wrapping paper, we'll do the Black Death wrapping paper. Ready.
Wonderful.
All of the flowers in this bouquet suit the request. Wonderful. Okay, give me another one. Put me in, coach.
And the next bouquet.
A crime lord who wishes to confess her romantic lady's feelings to a lady she fancies. She wishes not to come on too strong and yet to be clear about how she feels. So love confession bouquet. Okay. Let's do a forget-me-not. Let's do a red rose. Oh, that's not a rose. This is a rose. Let's do a purple tulip. A Venus flytrap. Oh, we could have used Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane. I think another forget-me-not will look good here. Yeah. And then for this, we'll do these guys. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, and then we'll do the rainbow wrapping paper just so that she gets the message.
Wonderful.
Okay, so we did not so great with our first one, but these other ones have been going well.
And the next bouquet.
The loyal minion of a prominent villain is being suspected of relaying confidential information to third parties. The bouquet needs to convince the villainous boss of the minion's unyielding eternal loyalty. Okay. So the minion is requesting the bouquet for the boss. Okay, so we'll do a peony. We'll do a pink lily. Getting better at navigating this. White chrysanthemums, we'll do 2. Let's do a white lily as well. Maybe. Hold on. Oh, orange tulip. That's what we need. Okay. So scratch one of the lilies. Let's scratch the pink lily and put in a orange tulip. Okay, and then let's bring this here. This here. And then I think that looks good. And we'll use this one. Yeah, this one. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. That's it. That's the look.
Good work.
Okay, we mostly had the right idea. Okay. Well, it's a good thing he's looking these over. Okay. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Hopefully this helped you see the endless possibilities of flower language. How old are you? You picked your name in the 12th century, so how old are you now? Felix starts mumbling under his nose, and you realize he's actually counting. About 2,000 years to round it up a little. I cannot keep track anymore. So you've seen it all. Black Death spreading around Europe, white men conquering other people's lands, the witchcraft craze. What was it like to see the invention of money, the rise of capitalism, to witness all the evil being born in front of your eyes?
Oh.
I would love to answer with some thrilling tales, trust me. But in all honesty, most of the time I was at home. Reading, writing poetry, embroidering if I had been feeling particularly fancy. Oh, confirmed he has 10 fingers. I saw a pinky. I do not engage with the outside world so much. Things just keep happening around me. You need to go out more. That said, 2,000 years is a long, long time, even with all those stupid things we are up to. I'd probably get bored too. Tell me about it. I think I have tried everything this world has to offer. It is hard to find a new hobby after a while. I can play every instrument there is, competitive dog grooming, collecting navel fluff, adult coloring books, you name it, I probably tried it. Let's ask about his hobbies. So, what's your favorite thing to do now? Apart from being evil, making humans miserable, watching them squirm, hearing their pathetic little voices beg for mercy. I've been fairly invested in my flowers lately, hence the little stand here. Do you plant the flowers yourself, too?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear me, nay. I found gardening to be overrated. Tried it in the 18th century or so. It's far too dirty a hobby for me. Speaking of dirty, you have some ketchup on your name tag.
Oh.
Felix looks down and quickly tries to wipe it off, without much success. He seems visibly embarrassed, but his cheeks don't turn red at all, almost as if there were no blood circulation in his body.
Thank you.
Where was I? Ah, yes. I simply do not have the patience for gardening, and I am not interested in the flowers while they are growing and blooming. As with many things, they are much more fascinating when they are dead. I'm gonna pretend I don't find this sentiment even a little bit disturbing. I mean, as a necromancer, it's my job to make things not dead, so I can't say I'm the most comfortable with dead things. Okay, let's talk about death. Can you die? You said you've been around for centuries. Felix smiles a sad smile. What did you expect? You literally just asked him about his own mortality. You are not one for small talk, are you? Felix sighs. I'm undead. You can say I've died once, therefore fulfilling my death quota forever. So you'll be around for eternity? Why do you ask? I found that people are usually not too keen on discussing death. Well, it's a bit different when you're professionally involved with evilness. So much of our life is about death. You kind of find yourself thinking about it all the time. That makes two of us then. What a thing to bond over. He smiles, a little less sadly this time. Would you prefer to be immortal? I haven't thought about it much, but I don't see the downsides of being immortal, so why not? Sounds like it would take some pressure off of you at least, and you wouldn't have to go through a bazillion hobbies. Oh wait, no, sorry, other way around. I thought so too, once. Oop, my cat wants my attention. Hello. Never mind, he's good. Wait, are you trying to tell me you don't like it? What's there to complain about? It's such a special thing, there's only a handful of you. Precisely. Deep within your mind, the penny finally drops. Oh.
It
As you
can
can-
be quite lonely.
Everything and everyone goes away, eventually. Except you. I hadn't really thought about it like that. It's been years and I'm not even close to being at peace with losing my dog. Hey! If I lost my dog, I would have just brought my dog back. I'm a necromancer. Let's get it together here, Lynn. Take that feeling and multiply it by eternity. I'm too bad at maths for that, but it does sound lonely. You're dead right. I'm sorry, pun not intended, and we were supposed to network here. Talk about jobs and work and business opportunities and all the other stuff that's designed to keep you away from thinking about the meaningless of life. Well, this is awkward. Alright, conference. I've never been to a villain conference before.
Oh,
Is that so? Are you a junior villain then? Not really. I've dabbled in villainy for a while now, but mostly as a hobby. It's only recently that I've turned it into a career path.
oh.
Oh yes, you know what the true evil overlords always say. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. I'm guessing you're not a beginner villain then? Ha! Do I look like a junior to you? He sounds slightly offended. Oops. No, you seem very experienced. Your face might appear young, but the look in your eyes makes you seem very experienced. You can't help but wonder what other things Felix might have experience in.
Indeed.
Indeed, I am happy you noticed. Which talk should I go to? Any recommendations? Sound checks for your proudest moments. At least I will not miss that one. Talks are not as important as talking, though. I met one of my closest friends at this very conference. Oh yeah? I need some more villain friends. Who's your BFF then?
Huh?
Beef? Excuse me. Is it lunchtime already? BFF. I mean your best friend. Who are they?
Oh,
Oh, I believe she goes by Evil Stepmom in the professional circles. Perhaps you've had the pleasure? Not yet. I might get a bit starstruck when I see her. I've been reading about her since childhood. She appears in all my favorite children's stories. What an inspiration. She is splendid. We did our fair share of scheming together. Felix lets out a wistful sigh and stares into the distance. In the good old days. Sounds like you've known each other for a while.
indeed.
We both received our official villain training around the same time. Took our first evil steps together doing a freelance job for a family fraud scheme. She even asked me to be the witness at her royal wedding. Oh, it's the princess's mom. In retrospect, the chrysanthemum I put in my wedding bouquet was not the greatest choice, given her dear husband died shortly afterwards. I've heard about that, poor thing. Alas, I believe she found ways to deal with the heartbreak, even if they are quite radical. For the longest time, I was convinced she despised my ex-companion out of sheer bitterness and envy of our love, but now I realize she might have had good reasons. Your ex? Oh, Yes, but that is a whole other topic. Jokes. You said you weren't that into jokes, but I think I know one you might like. Finger guns. I certainly hope you aren't prepared for disappointment. I believe the last time I laughed at a joke was when Bram Stoker was still a balding child.
Oh,
Not that I would have any affiliations with Bram Stoker. Oh, bloody hell. Begin with the joke, please. Knock, knock.
Huh?
What unkind soul has decided to pay me a visit without a prior notification? You're supposed to say who's there.
oh,
Ah, forgive me. Try again, will you? Knock, knock. Who is there? Vampire.
Huh?
Vampire? Why, I haven't heard their name in centuries. You're supposed to ask vampire who?
oh.
I told you. Shall we try again? Knock, knock. Who is there? Vampire. Vampire who? Vampire State Building. you, you hear someone laughing, but it's definitely not Felix. A more lively version of Felix seems to have appeared out of nowhere right next to him.
Damn, that was such a dad joke. Are you someone's dad? You must be.
I hope you guys can hear the voice lines that people actually voiced for this. I'm a dad in spirit. Cracking dad jokes, completely adjusting the car's mirrors before moving it inside a parking lot, refusing to admit I fall asleep in front of the TV. You name it. Are you someone's dad? Not quite. I'm someone's sister, though. She gives a wry smile to Von Gloomheart, who rolls his eyes. Indeed. Meet my younger sister, Daria.
Hi there.
Hi there, Lynn. Wow, this is new. I think you're the first person Felix has introduced me to in, like, decades. I'm usually the one forcing him to meet my friends. I don't know why I even try, though. He despises them all. I am highly selective when it comes to companions. I cannot help it. Plus, most of the time I simply cannot distinguish one of your friends from another, as you seem to spend all days burying your faces inside these little screens of yours. You watch Daria's thumbs as she texts someone at the speed of light. Without stopping, she lifts up her eyes to look at her brother and snorts.
Okay, Bill.
Okay, boomer. All I'm saying is, nice to see you're finally making friends. Or a friend. You gotta start somewhere, right? Daria turns her head toward you, revealing a slightly mischievous smile. Speaking of texting, I bet my brother hasn't asked you for your number yet. It's not just technology he needs help with, believe me. Felix looks away bashfully without saying a word. Their outfits are so different and I'm here for it. Just give me your phone, you weirdo. He gives up and absent-mindedly begins to search for his phone. You're surprised he even has one. When when he finally manages to fish it out from inside the ruffles of his fancy outfit, you notice it's the old Nokia 3310. Of course. No, not that one. The one I got you for your death day. Felix reluctantly takes out a shiny smartphone from one of his many pockets. You can tell he barely uses it. Here, Lynn, let me add your contact info here. And my job here is done. I think I need to run to my workshop on the most unethical brands of makeup products.
See you around.
But I'll see you around, yeah? Before you even manage to think of a response, Daria disappears as quickly as she showed up in the first place. Wow, you two are very different. I have heard that one before. But that might be the reason why we get along quite well. There's a lot to be learned from each other. Like how to ask newly met hot villains for their phone number?
Huh?
Okay, was a little out of pocket. Among other things. Alright, we're asking about the ex. So, what's the deal with your ex? I've not seen him in, well, a few dozen years at least. We certainly did not make any deals, though. He was not the type for business transactions. No, no, no. I mean, what's the story? Give me all the dirt. You notice a faint confusion on Felix's face. He quickly glances at the bag of potting soil behind him, but then finally understands what you're asking about. My ex, let's call him Arthur, because that is his name. His priorities were not very much in line with mine. He was a goody-goody, which did not match my evil attitude too well. Wait, so you're trying to tell me you were the bad boy in this equation?
Precisely.
Felix holds eye contact with you for a solid 3 seconds. You find yourself interested in finding out how bad of a boy he is. That is, because you're generally interested in the various degrees of evil. It's research, of course. Okay, so you were the bad boy, and Arthur? Arthur had always felt guilty about drinking human blood ever since he got turned into a vampire. You would think that there were more important things to be concerned about. Like the prospect of watching everyone you ever grow to love die through eternity, and having to withstand it all without garlic bread. But he just felt bad, I suppose. Eternity without garlic bread sounds like hell.
Huh?
Why would you say so? Hell is quite great. All the remotely interesting souls are there. Satan is such a sweetheart, too. Maybe you'll stumble upon him here. Oh, I sure hope so. It's just an expression. Well, I am certain they have garlic bread in hell. They throw the best parties. It is quite festive down there. I will let you know the next time I'm headed there. Fun! Are we gonna do something bad? Well, yes, for sure. It is hell, after all. And we are two of the finest villains in this universe. You would not happen to experience any stings of remorse after some good evil doing around, would you? No. You could even say, hell no. Felix chuckles. You did it. You made him laugh. You can't help but notice his smile is adorable. You're wondering if his fangs stick out of his mouth like a cat sometimes. Teefies. That is splendid. We may, as you say, hang out then. Felix sighs again. He seems pretty hung up on something. You know what they say, time heals all wounds. You'll get over him, I'm sure. Especially since you have an eternity ahead of you. Ouch. I appreciate the sentiment, Lynn. But that is what troubles me. Eternity gives you so many opportunities, I have no doubts about that. And one of them is getting your heart shattered into pieces over and over. Man, you really need a rebound. Been you on Arthur date for a long time? I know it's Arthur. I just think it's funnier to say Arthur. Let me think. We met in 1069. Okay, you can certainly speed it up a little. A few centuries at least. Alright, alright. We had been romantically involved for a while. Moved in together into a nice abandoned castle even. Very classy. Everything seemed glorious except when we had to drink blood, which is quite unavoidable once you become a vampire, I should say. But he felt guilty? Oh, you cannot comprehend the extent to which he would weep about those damned human souls. First, he suggested we stop creating elaborate labyrinth traps for prey in our castle. Which was, admittedly, slightly over the top, but I assure you, a merry way to spend a fragment of your eternity. I believe you. The thing I can't imagine is how someone could refuse that. Exactly. Arthur said it was inhumane, as if that was not the point of it the entire time. He chose to find more ethical ways of killing people. Like sucking blood out of people who were already dying, or those who wanted to die. Sounds boring. It was. I am all about consent, believe me, but consensual murder is not exactly my job. But you two lived like that for a while? Yes, that was the compromise I was willing to make. I was deeply infatuated with Arthur, you have to understand. But the day he announced we should switch to only hunting for farm animals, I decided to put a stop to this madness. Sounds a lot like how they got away with Twilight. Felix visibly shudders. Do not even get me started about that. Okay, that's gonna be it for this episode. I need to get going. Farewell. We'll come back next time to explore again. Ooh, so it looks like we've got a limited amount of time that we could spend doing things. Okay. Interesting. So we'll have to keep that in mind next time. We've got a new message. Yukon official says lunch is being served at the cafe. You might be able to find someone familiar to eat with. Okay. Alright, well I hope you all enjoyed this first episode of Lovingly Evil, and I will see you all next time.